Hello, Valtopia. Hello, hello, hello. It's Val Crits. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Welcome to my live stream. If you're tuning in, I feel so happy to be with you. I'm bringing through some real energy today, so if you're watching this, stay tuned. Today, I'm talking to those of you, Sherry. I'm talking to you guys today. Enough is enough. Tune in to you Tuesday. Hey, Sherry. So share the stream today. Even if you're watching the playback, let me know if you're watching live or you're watching the playback. I'm going to be tuning into some of you, whoever like lights up or glows up for me. Here's the thing. If you're a successful entrepreneur and you're stumped by your latest slump, I thought that was really fun. Stumped by your slump. But it's not fun to be stumped by a slump because it triggers a lot for us. And we could start doubting our magic and get into a whole bunch of mind fuckery and be losing money and spiraling into places we don't want to go. And so today, I'm talking to those of you who know it's time to grow into a larger version of yourself, whatever that means. And you know it, and you're ready, and you've taken the steps, and you've grown to this point, and everything inside of you is ready to do this. And then there's part of you that's like, ugh, and doesn't get into it. You're being triggered a lot lately. Tell me about your triggers, Sherry. I'm here for you. Let's see what's going on. So here's what I want to illuminate to you today. There's parts of us that we don't tap into, not because we don't want to, but because we can't access them until we remove certain other things and really get help. I needed a lot of help to come into deeper layers of myself. And once I did, then everything got more easy. But the work to get in there, whoo, that's the stuff. That's the stuff, and it's life-changing. And that's where I'm here for you. Doubts after doubts. Okay, why are you not deserving? Okay, hey, Constantina. Okay, so unworthiness. Let's talk about unworthiness. Let me share this stream to my page so we can get all the Valtopia sphere going. And I'm going to share it into my thing. And we're going to talk about unworthiness, doubts, questioning, second guessing yourself. That's when you start looping, right? Like you've had a certain amount of growth and success and expansion, and you understand a lot more than you did, but there's parts of you that aren't willing to go into that next level, and you're looping because there's parts of you subconsciously that are telling you it's not safe. Are you feeling me on this? All right, let's pull up the stream and share it to my page. I really wish this part of the experience could be easily streamlined. I'm not seeing the video. Yes, second guessing. You know why you second guess? And I talk about this all the time. Hi, Courtney, welcome. I talk about this all the time. We spend so much time second guessing because you're doubting your own intuition, and you're doubting your own gifts, and you're doubting probably a lot of information that is coming through for you because you haven't yet embodied the person and the life that supports that level of frequency streaming through you. But the frequency is streaming through you. What I find with my clients is that they're actually going, nah, that's okay, thanks, I don't need it. But meanwhile, they're going, gimme, 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 nah, that's okay, thanks, I don't need it, gimme, 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 nah, that's okay. You feel me on this? Hi, Kashibra. Right? So let's talk about that. All right, let me see if I can finally share this to my page. I love that everybody's on here. Say hello. I'm here to talk to you today about moving through your loops and your stalling and your stagnation that you're experiencing, because there's hidden fears about you actually embodying the truth of who you are and what you want to do with your business, with your life, with who you are. Hey, Kashipra. And so it can really feel real, the limitation you find yourself in. I've certainly felt like the life that I used to be living with my ex-husband, I certainly felt like that was am I on my page? Oh, that's why I can't. I kept looking for my video on my business page. I'm like, where is it? And it's because I'm on my page. Okay, let me start a watch party in Valtopia. Hi, Genevieve. Welcome, my love. Okay, so we're talking about this because each one of you that watches me, that relates to my story, that is highly aware, that is highly sensitive, that has a big heart, that really cares about your life and what you bring to life and what you do. Each one of you is blessed with an awareness of not only your vision, but the vision you were born with to come and do and be. And you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna loop if you're not fully leaning into the beingness of you that is most now. Not the one that's guided by your family or your education or your, of course all that stuff comes into play, but when you lean most deeply into the truth of what you are and what you desire most powerfully and allow yourself to hear that and let that guide you day to day, that's when the worthiness begins to align to the actions and the beingness that you are. And if you feel constantly distracted and detached from yourself, maybe you are. Is there a chance that you're not listening to yourself, Sherry? What do you think? Yeah? Hi, Elizabeth. And fair enough. You know, a lot of times our vision, our mission, what we've been gifted to do is far beyond where we are when we come into it. And we have to just let ourselves keep listening and witnessing who we truly are, regardless of our upbringing, regardless of the program, regardless of our financial situation, regardless of the situation we find ourselves in. You owe it to yourself, being born, to tune into who the fuck you really are and bring that shit to life. It's your life and your genetic code and everything, even all the problems that you experience in your life is your gift of your being. You were meant to be born with all that stuff and shift through it into a state of success and thriving and leave the place better with your knowingness. But if you're all plugged into other people's opinions, judgments, and ideas about how to live, nobody's ever gonna find out what you came to bring. So fight for your understanding and your knowing. That doesn't mean you're not aware of others or aren't clued into the collective or aren't generous or, no, of course you are. Of course you are. Okay. So let me see what these comments say. Hi, Joy. Sherry says, I went to Cancun and I had a huge spiritual awakening. Now I'm being called to actually move there, and I am in my own way. Logical mind bullshit, second guessing. Ooh. Well, Sherry, I feel you on that. Hey, Rose, and I want to share a story. You guys ready to hear a story? That's going to help illuminate. I think this is the perfect story to tell because I didn't do the thing that I was guided to do on a huge awakening experience I had, and I want to share what that is. So let me share this to my Valtopia Studios page just to make sure we have all the crew on there, and I'm going to post that, and then we can keep going. So who wants to hear the story about the time I almost bought a casita in Costa Rica? Okay. Genevieve says, totally been looking externally for your own internal meaning. Yeah, you of all people, Genevieve, will never find the same satisfaction and connection to your worth that you would from yourself, because you're an innovator. You're an incredibly brilliant, luminous innovator. And most of you that watch me or tune into me, and definitely those of you who work with me, you're supernovas. You are bringing through light codes from within yourself that have never been experienced before. So yeah, it's gonna be dark until you ignite and bring your light. So there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. Your pattern of life and the hardship you've been through is the ignition, the illumination of your light, because it's coming from within you. Nobody's ever done it. So if you're looking for other people to go, like if I was looking for people to say, yes, Val, at 45, you should leave your husband and publish a coloring book and start telling people to follow their dreams and become psychic, and that'll be really good. You'll be making 10K a month before you know it. It's great. You'll be fine. And even give me a pat on the back and an injection of, you go, girl. No, I had to bring forward what I could see, and I had to do that so many times in the dark of night when I was terrified and felt like I was being a selfish cunt and not doing what everybody told me to. Thank goodness I didn't, because you know what happens every time I do what other people tell me to? I don't get the results I do when I tune into my genius and brilliance. Now, if that's how you feel about yourself and what you know inside, then by all means stand up and support and believe in yourself and bring it through. And I'm here. You invest in me when you know the fuck out of what you're doing, and the people around you and yourself aren't able to stay the course with you day to day until you meet your vision. It takes support to meet your vision. It takes focus, and it takes staying the course day after day, embodying the truth of your desires and your vision. And that's what I love to do. So brave. Yeah, it is brave, but it's almost more painful not to. So here's my story that I was going to tell. In 2018, I announced one day on Facebook that I get invited to speak at international retreats. I'm a highly paid speaker or something like that. And then within a week or so, I got invited to go speak as a transformational guide at an amazing resort in Costa Rica. I was so thrilled. So I went on this retreat and I had an incredible experience. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And the whole week was just like, wow, talk about a quantum leap. It's a luxury resort and the company was incredible. And I was singing and playing music and doing healing and speaking. I had my day where I shared my healing, and then every day there was a different healer, and it was powerful. And by the end, I just wanted to buy a casita on this property and live there. Okay, Sherry? I was ready to begin I thought that was the answer to my business in Valtopia, that I was gonna have this little casita on this beautiful place in Costa Rica, and I would be hobnobbing with international leaders around the world, and that was exactly the vision that I had for creating it just felt so aligned, and I was just blown and glown up with this vision of what I wanted to do, and I was just coming into my divorce settlement money, and I was ready to go buy that casita. And then I didn't sign any papers, and I didn't decide. I came home, and a friend of mine was like, what are you doing? What about your kids? What are you doing? And of course, once I got home, I realized, like, okay, you know, I'm putting myself under this extreme pressure that would have torn my world upside down, and perhaps it would have all aligned and I'd be sitting pretty right now. Who knows? I feel like everything works out exactly as it's meant to. Hey, Keisha? So I didn't get the casita, and I ended up investing that money over time in my business and myself and becoming who you see sitting here today. And I've managed to achieve the goals in my business that I desired different ways. And it wasn't through buying that casita on that property. So a lot of times we get hit with these incredible visions and views, and there's so much truth to your desires, and it doesn't all have to happen any one which way. You feel me, Sherry? So, you want to really tune into the truth of your vision and your mission and your purpose, and you also want to consider your body and your human being, and you want to set your intentions powerfully in each time period, each day, each week, each month, so that you're aware for yourself, and also trusting that as you're aware of yourself and asking for what you truly desire, you're also divinely supported and you're connecting into those you're meant to. And this is where the genius comes into play. This is where we save time with genius. When you're tapped more, first of all, once you clear a lot of the past life energy and the programming that is currently possibly coloring your ability to tune into your own wisdom and your own ideas, then you'll be able to have this my clients come into this incredible clarity that they already thought they had, because they're advanced in their self-help game and their meditation and their hypnosis and all the amazing things that they do. They help other clients do this kind of stuff. But what happens is there's just this hidden layer of stuckness it's almost like a film over everything that you just don't see. You don't see your own understanding so clearly, your own worthiness, the value of your own intuition, your own vision and mission. So once we do this clearing and activation, you get into this just like, whoa, it's so much more clear to me about your boundaries and your standards, what you will and won't have, what you will and won't do. And as you lean into your gifts, answers come. So for example, my client was telling me today that she was, her clients are lighting up for her, as do mine, on LinkedIn. And she was able to see quickly a client who totally needs her support, a wonderful woman who helps so many other people. And that's who I'm talking to. The work that we do here, it's not just about sales or I'm making $10,000 a month. This is about, we're changing communities. We're changing the way we live our lives. We're changing stories of victimhood and becoming boss bitches. We're moms, we're grandmoms, we're survivors. We've been through whatever, and none of that matters. All that matters now is that we're leaning more deeply, more fully into who we truly are on the inside, no matter what we look like or how old we are or what we've been through. You feel me on this? It's what's on the inside. It's the vision and the mission and the heart and the energy that's on the inside that creates what you're living on the outside, not the other way around. Not the other way around. And until we release this paradigm that, there's certain lucky people that get what they want and the rest of us are fucked and we better bend over and kiss some more booty, that's bullshit. Kiss your own booty and stop kissing everybody else's booty and create what you desire in your life experience, right? So am I missing any comments here? Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments on the live stream, on the watch party. Hey, Naisha. Yes. So it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Elusive for us to be aware of how much we're not actually committing to what we desire. We think that we're going to get some money and then feel the sense of worthiness and then be able to move forward with our life experience. And if you think that's what's going to happen, you'll be there waiting for that payday all the time and feeling frustrated and sad and depressed that you didn't take the action to back yourself and bring into existence what isn't here yet, because that's your gift. Your gift is to ask for and receive what truly is calling you. Whether that's creating it out of the connection you make with co-creating with your client or your people or however, it's not there until you claim it, name it, claim it, and allow it. So Sherry says, yes, but I've been back twice since September and I can't get it out of my system. You're going in March. It lights up your soul. Yes! So, well, what are you afraid of? What is holding you back? I want you to follow your vision, woman. Follow your vision. All right, let's pull a collective community cards for the whole community. I feel some throat chakra coming up, and let me make sure I hit all the points that I really wanted to hit on this today. The fact that your gifts make it easier. That's the part that most of us don't realize until we lean into it. That I'm talking to those of you who really can feel other people. And you know things about other people. And you have a business where you help other people make better lives for themselves. And when you tap into that knowing and that feeling, things fly for you. And you don't quite yet know how to legitimize and let yourself be lucrative from that. You feel me on this? When you tap into that in the proper way and in a way that's a fair exchange for you and the other people, and you actually lean more deeply into it, everything gets lightning bolt fast. Because you're tapping into your genius and theirs too. We're co-creating in another realm what can't happen the old way and what we don't want the old way anymore. Energy now is very rapid and you're setting your intentions and we're becoming aware of how intentional we must be and how the result of our experience is not an after thing, but it's not like everything's here and then we respond to it and hope for the best. No, it's like, okay, this is what it is right now. This is what I desire. I'm going to tune in and be this until it is so. Your parents' approval. Ooh, it's just so out of your comfort zone, but everything about it lights you up. So you think your parents are afraid to have you be going off by yourself and living in Mexico and doing what you desire. Well, I know that honoring your soul and being who you are doesn't come with anybody else's approval. I do know that, right? You can't. It feels nice to be connected. Like I'm connected with my family now, and they do honor what I do on some level. But everybody has their right to have their opinion about what you do, but it doesn't stop you from creating what you want. Hi, Nikki. Naisha says, learning to express myself more and more openly to the public because this is my biggest fear, but also your highest potential. Yeah. Yes, and my clients are coming into more and more visibility through this work that we're doing together. You know, my other client was really had this weird feeling about going live on her page. And then we just did it and everything shifted, you know, and just opened up to new clients. There's a lot of fears that we have about showing up, that's why working with me is such a blessing, because guess what? You don't go and have a clearing and then it's done. This shit comes up every day with my clients. Every day we have new energy to shift, new beliefs to shift, new energy to embody. It doesn't mean that you're not the same person as when you started by any means, but the work becomes, like, what happens is my clients begin to do the work for themselves, and my energy is there to actually just help stimulate up the trigger so that they can go, ooh, good, another trigger. I'm figuring out more about myself. And they become, they have become to embrace the trigger and the contrast, because it's an indicator of deep desire and what we're coming into. So, Naisha says that other people who are not awake will look at me and think I'm crazy. Yeah, well, there's a good chance they probably will, Naisha. Does it matter? They're not awake. So they don't understand. So why do you need their approval if they're not awake? Ooh, look, the abundance card. Let's just put that in your face so you feel the energy of that. Yeah, I mean, if you find yourself being judged by others, really, you're just judging yourself. Any external thing that's happening is a representation of you and where you get to shift your beliefs. Everything. And I understand that can be a real challenge when you're sitting here desiring to make change in the world and also book a client and make some bills. All of it comes together to deep belief in what you're doing and who you are and the truth of your mission and purpose, and that always in the right place at the right time, and the judgment or the reflection you see outside of you is a wonderful opportunity to see how you really feel about yourself. Do you guys feel this? Do you feel this, and do you know this? Because I remember when somebody first told me this, oh my God, that pissed me off so bad. I was like, I am not responsible for this person that's controlling and shouting and belittling me and all these things. And on some level that was true, but I was allowing so much to happen that really didn't need to happen. So, all right, let's pull a card for the collective here and see what we got. And I want to invite you who's watching this live or the playback to quit fucking around. I'm here for you. My clients are stoked. I'm posting insanely amazing shifts every day. I'm working with my clients so intimately that on the other side of the 6 weeks, we don't even know them anymore. They're like a totally deeper, huge level. Not only have they had a huge return on their financial investment, but more importantly, they trust themselves so deeply. They understand their pattern like never before. And now they know how to move through the day-to-day shifts that come up. That's life. Just because you're in the glow up doesn't mean life doesn't happen. Life happens to you. But what my clients are telling me is that what used to would have set them spinning and reeling, nothing really affects them the way it used to. And they just feel this huge passion and purpose within them. And it makes them light up and love their life and jump out of bed, even when terrible things happen, like a death in the family or someone that you love not being able to be close until another time. These are real life situations, and being able to manage what's really happening in your life from a place of neutrality, focus, and creation is priceless, and that is a guaranteed result of working with me. I trust that you feel me on this. We don't have time to fuck around, people. We're free now. We're free now. We're free to share. We're free to charge. We're free to connect. We're free to expand. We're free to create. Jump in now. I don't know what you're waiting for. But anyway, go to Valtopia.com, apply with the application. If you're not ready to work with me one-to-one, but you want the clearing and the activation, and you would like to activate and regenerate your DNA and come into a place where you can get past the program and quit looping, I have a $555 bundle that you can do on your own. It's powerful. It's all the work I've done in the last few years. You can fill out the application, and at the last question where it asks you, are you aware of my investment? Put in there where you are. and what kind of investment you think you want to make, and I'll find the right solution for you. But I have one spot left for the glow up. This is a trio. You're in the experience and in the Valtopia sphere with the other leaders that I'm serving and co-creating an energetic system that supports you daily while you're in care with me. And so while you're in that resonance, while you're in that support, you get to feel and embody your highest level you more and more and more until the end of the experience. You're not going back to what you were doing before. You are no longer looping. You are scaling. You are stretching into your leadership. You are taking ownership of who you are. And you're working with the kind of people you want to work with. And your gift is helping you do it more quickly, more rapidly. And you're having more time to dance and color and paint and be yourself. And that's all good. Come on now. So there's one spot left for the glow up, and it's 5K, and then after that lucky person books that spot at 5K, it goes up to 8K because this is such an intensive program. And the way it's designed is it starts the minute you invest. It starts on the call when you book in for your clarity. It's not even a clarity call. When you book in for the call, you will book in on the call with me. It's not a like, am I gonna do this? It's a like, I wanna do this. Let's go. We get on the call. The energy begins to run. Both clients had unsolicited testimonials, unsolicited booking in, people booking in appointments, people paying money out of nowhere, things like that. And that flushes your nervous system with a freak out. And then we look at where you're freaking out and why. And we continue to do that. And then we have the 90-minute activation in the second week. So much comes from that 90-minute activation. Besides like a lot of past life stuff that's really heavy, a lot of womb clearing, a lot of witchy past life clearing. We get into some inner child stuff, and we really, in both glow ups, we really noticed one big overarching pattern that's been driving my clients' success away. We found that, and we're shifting it in a 6-week program for only $5,000. Your whole life pattern being shifted and identified, and you never plugging into it the way you did ever again. I'm stoked that I'm able to offer this experience, and I want you to, and once you do, then you learn the same thing about yourself that you'll be guiding your clients through. So you're not just investing in yourself and your own shift, you're investing in tools and support that you're going to incorporate in your own way into your own business. And this is all about you discovering your own genius, your own talents, your own special sauce that makes you you, that allows you to be more of you, that allows you to work less, make more money, and be fulfilled and feel peace, joy, bliss. These are all comments that my clients are talking about feeling every day to me in the Voxer. My Voxer, after the first 2 to 3 weeks of the really difficult shifts we go through, becomes a daily testimonial of my clients going, oh my God, I love this experience. I'm meeting more and more of myself daily. This is amazing. I want you to have this. So go sign up, get the last spot, or start with the bundle and work your way up. Okay, look at these cards we got. The heart chakra. The heart chakra. And I felt that when we first came on the live stream. Declutter. You know, if you're starting a new period, a new time period, a new project, new clients, new cycle, declutter, clear everything. And that's actually what I'm doing tomorrow before my kids come back. I'm gonna be clearing out the car, I'm gonna be clearing out everything because I'm booking in a new client this week. I'm booking in that last glow up. You better get on there, don't miss your spot, because then all those clients are rolling into overflow and there'll be a waiting list. So get your light on. Sometimes along our path, others will try to dim your light. Keep it burning strong. Be a lighthouse in a world full of lost ships at sea. Your light is needed more than ever. And connect with spirit. Connect with spirit. So do you guys have any questions or comments? Let's pull a question card. I'm feeling all kinds of throat chakra happening. Somebody's on the stream. Hi, Ellen. Is responding to my energy, and your witchy wounds, I feel the witchy wounds are activated. Whose throat chakra is popping right now? And Sherry, I'm so glad you're on the stream. I think your dream is amazing. If you're ready to come back in for like own my life, I'm gonna do whatever I want and tone into my magic shamama. then come in and book in. All right, let's see what this question card is. And my last client glowed up for me and I reached out to her, and I may be doing that to you guys too. I do reach out. You feel the throat chakra popping, Naisha. That's the witchy wounds. Naisha, have you thought about investing in my bundle? You would be amazing because you respond so well to my work, and you could take your time and do that on your own time. I love this. How do I feel when I choose to serve? How do I feel when I choose to serve? My pleasure, Sherry. And how do I feel when I'm on purpose and when I serve? Hi, Rose. Major witchy wound rising right here. Okay. Yes. Well, Rose, let me, are you resonating with the type, I always do a W because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like a W in the base of the throat, like a pitchfork or something. And it's like, ah. And so, and it's feeling particularly strong on the left side here. So does that resonate for you? And do you know your past life? Like, do you see or can you feel your, because I usually ask my clients, well, what do you see and know? Because we think we don't know, and then the information actually just comes through for us. So as I'm tuned in with you, are you feeling or knowing anything about these witchy wounds? And have you done any clearing or, you know? And Rose, can I tune in with you? Would you like me to tune in? Yeah, you feel so good when you choose to serve. Yes. Yeah, when you're in your purpose and feeling fulfilled, being yourself more fully, and you push yourself to step into what comes naturally for you, but that you're afraid to do, the rewards are exponential. And it's not just about you, because what you see reflected back to you reflects the love you've given to yourself. So then you're able to illuminate so many more because you're illuminating yourself. You feel choked up, not aware of past lives despite my asking. Okay, would you like me to tune in with your higher self, Rosalind Hart? Do I have permission to tune into your higher self? Would you like a little mini reading here to see? It's really starting to pop. I can feel it. We'll do some toning in a minute to clear the air. Naisha says, Val, I would love to work with you, and I know that I will sometime in the future. All right, well, you know me. Time is now. Time is now. But I look forward to it when you decide and you're ready to come in. You know, no matter what you're doing, the focus and the shift comes very rapidly and powerfully once you make the commitment and come in for the care. Permission, thank you. Okay. All right, so let me tune in with Rose. We're going to tune into those witchy wounds. I'm going to use the Cosmic Tribe Tarot diagnostic deck, and we're going to see what's going on with those witchy wounds. All right? So, Rose, let me know when you feel me tuning in. Just 1 minute while I tune in with Rose. Rose. Let me know when you feel me tuning in. Do you feel me tuning in, Rose? So when I first tuned in, I definitely felt the heart chakra. So you could feel in me. So what that says to me, because what I do is I feel the throat chakra, and then I feel the chest, and then I feel the heart. And I sort of get this assessment of how blocked it is or how open it is. Ooh, feeling that heart chakra, Rose. You feel that? So the more we can do to open this throat and chest panel and also feel rooted and secure in our lower chakras, the more we get to open the heart chakra, the pumping heart chakra that magnetizes. You feel it. Naisha feels the witchy wound really deep down in my throat. Okay, so that is a marker in our DNA and a memory in our cellular beingness of a story where we were hurt for being ourselves, where we were hurt for speaking our truth. Dancing with my moves. Rosalind says, dancing with your moves. Yeah, so when you open up all of these panels, and that's what my bundle, if you can't work with me one-to-one, when you work with me one-to-one, the clearing happens in the initial session or the 90-minute activation. It begins to unravel. Just my clients know, like the first week of the glow up, they don't even have a session, and all this stuff just starts slowing off. Like as soon as you invest their credit card, like just stuff starts coming off. That's my gift. And when it starts coming off, that can be quite painful and scary because you're seeing what's passing, what was making up part of you. But what happens when you release it is you begin to realize, like one of my clients realized she'd spent a lifetime waiting for people to fuck her over. And kind of every interaction was colored by this expectation that she was going to get hurt. And that's the kind of stuff that seems so basic and simple, but that just is energetically, you have attachments and allegiances to all these different ideas about what life is. And your job and your blessing is that you're alive and you can look at those and be sovereign and say, I don't want that shit. I am not living this another lifetime. I am shifting the dynamic of what it means to be alive. I am shifting the truth of my cellular structure and my DNA. When you look at it like that, you guys, is $5,000 anything to shift the dynamic of your very being and change your whole life? Is it anything? I don't think it's nothing. Of course it is in your life, if, you know, where depending on where you are financially. But to invest in the activation of your whole genetic structure and to release programs and perceptions and beliefs that are keeping you stuck down and down and down again, quit it. I activated my DNA in 2015. I was one of the first people to do it in my community, and what it afforded me to do is to make decisions that I simply was not open to, and that's what this work does. That's what this work does for you. It lets you see what you won't see when you're colored and blinded by these type of wounding messages in your programming, in your DNA that say, nah, don't do that, you're gonna die. Like, you don't even know that message is being sent. You just can't understand why you're not getting out of a loop in your business. And you just think it's silly or it doesn't make sense, and it's actually affecting your whole life, your bottom line, and your cosmic mission and purpose. Get with the program. So, Naisha says, yes, I feel this so much. This is probably why speaking openly to the public is your biggest fear. Yeah, absolutely. Because I've been really hurt in other lives. Yes. And the truth of that pain and killing is valid, but right now you get to be in the now of your vessel. You get to stand up and own your frequency and bring through the power of your being and teach your body, your cells, your children, your life, your family, your mom, your dad, your friends. Now, when I was born to speak up and bring through all of me. So I'm willing to stay the course of any shame, guilt, fear, obligation that makes me think I'm not allowed to do that. And I will invest $5,000 in Val Cripps Shamama to bring me through to that so I can ignite 50 million other people to do the same. We change each other one by one. You feel me? So if your throat's tight because you're afraid to speak up, get help to get through that and speak up, because what you bring through, and nobody else can. Why were you born? You were born to be and do you. Even if you never speak publicly or make millions of dollars, even if you would just live in the same experience you are, but more truthful about who you are and what you desire, and allowed the world to reflect back to you the beautiful worthiness of your cells and being in peace, even if you just did that, you would change everything, and it would be worth $5,000. Do you know what I mean? Are you guys feeling me on this? I just don't know how to explain more deeply the value of your peace, your bliss, and your ability to believe in yourself so fully that nothing fucks with you. Unfuckwithable is one of the traits of going through one of these powerful one-to-one experiences with me, because you begin to really know and trust yourself more than you ever have. So if you're watching this live stream and you're thinking, well, I'll save up for that. Don't. If you want this and you decide it and you know it, we will create it together. My clients, both the last two clients, didn't think they had the money at the start. And if you talk to both of them would say, I would never go back and not invest in what has happened. The shift of myself, the shift that changes everything, because these programs and these conditions are like a blinder, and you don't even know how they're affecting the truth of who you are and the blessing of your being. Now, do you guys feel that energy coming and popping? Rose, you feel that? Did we pull one of these cards yet? Let's see what happens with the card. I was just feeling that energy move around and sharing the blessing of doing the shifts. All right. Oh, I see it. I see it. All right. So I think the message for you, Rose, is that, you know, this is the rewards card, the Four of Wands. And you can see all these hands are reaching up for these fruits in the tree. And, you know, a lot of time, most of the time when we first start out on this journey, even if we've been in for a while, we want external validation to prove to us what we know deep inside. We're looking for external validation to feel okay about what we're bringing through. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The reward is felt and trusted from the inside first. And so that when it finally comes, it's like any other day, because you're already there in your beingness. You're already at, you know, peace and bliss and connection and trust of self. So that the money is just, it just comes in, but it's not, that's not what makes you feel better. It's the result of your beingness and feeling connected to your beingness and connected and fulfilled and co-creating with those you love. That's what starts to really ignite, okay? Trusted from the inside first, yep. And I talk about that all the time. All right, so I love today's stream. I saw some emails popping up in my Gmail, so I would love for you guys to fill out that application. If you aren't ready to work one-to-one, you could sign up for the bundle. And I also had this incredible workshop on the weekend where we were figuring out how you embody your true wealth, where you stop yourself, what is your pattern. So I'm going to be downloading that video and editing it and possibly offering it as a replay. I have so many good things coming for you guys to enjoy. So fill out the application, go to Valtopia.com, share this live stream if you love it, and own your frequency, supernova. There's nobody like you. See you next time.